All right. In this video, I'm going to show you how we are constantly pulling winning ads for saturated niches like skincare and supplement brands. After that, I'm also going to show you the exact case study where we help this supplement brand go from 0 to 200K a month in just 30 days. You can see the number. Before working with us, they were literally at zero. The total ad spend, it was around $2,000. But when we stepped in, we launched the ads on December 1, and you can see the number. The revenue went from almost 0 to 200K. We maintained the return on ad spend almost 2, and we even outperformed the other agency who were competing with us. We even had better return on ad spend and more number of sales. Now, what it takes to find winning ads in the saturated niches like skincare or supplement, where there are like hundreds of other brands exist selling the similar products and targeting the same market. Now, it is very important if you are going after a saturated market who has seen all of the product, they are aware about all the claims. So for that, you can't just go random and say like, if I just test this particular thing and I hope that it can work. Most of the time it doesn't, because when you're playing in the sophisticated niches, you have to be systematic. You have to um, rather than going rather than testing all the things at once, you just have to pick the most leveraging thing and test it out. So I'm going to show you exactly how we are doing that internally, so you can apply the same and you can definitely see a increment in your overall numbers. Now, first of all, it's all about picking up the right ICP. If you're selling X product, let's say you are selling hair loss product. Now you must have multiple ICPs to target. It could be moms, it could be office going guy, um, who is in his 30s and started seeing some initial hair loss, just for example. So you need to identify the right ICP who has the burning pains and desire to solve that particular pain. Now, one very important thing to note here is you have to pick the market which has bigger TAM, but that doesn't mean that you have to just go with a broad market. With that, what I mean is, instead of picking up a woman market of women over 30, which is very broad, which is vague, and you will have subcategories under that. So it's very hard for you to identify like what would be the exact pain points, burning desires, objections. It's very hard to find those things. Instead, you pick a very specific ICP with significant TAM, and you can pinpoint their desires and their pains. It could be pregnant women who are facing hair loss, right? And I think it's very common with women who are pregnant or after delivery, they are facing like hair loss. So they have burning pain and they are more urgently looking to solve that compared to other ICPs. So it's very important that you pick out the right ICP with the burning desire, and you'll know that only after doing your research. Once you pick the right ICP, then it comes to second step, that is mapping the market, which means identifying the market awareness level and the sophistication level. Okay. Usually, if you are dealing in these saturated niches, the market is already product aware or solution aware, and they are already at 3 or 4 level at sophistication. For example, let's say you are selling collagen. The market already aware about collagen. You don't have to explain like what collagen is, what it does, because they already know about it. And there, since there are a lot of competitors exist selling the same product, if you are selling something, you need to differentiate yourself why your collagen is different. You need to trigger those psychological emotions. You need to somehow relate your product with their current um, pains, their desires. That's how you can sell those products. If you're just all about your product and care less about your market, there's a mismatch and it's not going to work at all if you're dealing in this sophisticated market. um, Step 3 is current pains and desires. Very important. If you are going after any market, they would have multiple pains, multiple desires, and the more urgent pains are, the faster they would be looking to solve that. So, uh, f- let's understand this with an example. There's we are targeting the same market, selling the same product, hair loss. We identify two types of pain. Number one, a prospect is afraid of hair loss, and he thinks that he might go bald soon. So that's their future pain. Now, urgent pain is every time I take a shower, I afraid that my hair is keep losing, and I'm afraid to go out in public because I feel underconfident. So that is something which is current desire, and it is more urgent. They are looking to solve it ASAP compared to the future pain, where the person was worried that he might go bald. The current one, they are already facing the hair loss, and they are not feeling very confident going out in public. So you have to look for their current pains, um, instead of going after the future pains. And that's what you have to put out in your ads. And if you see this from the numbers point of view, the CTR will go like insane, because now they would be more urgently looking, like you are targeting the ICP who are more urgently to solve that particular issue. The CTR would be minimum 2 times, because you made them realize that your product solve their current problem, and that's what it needs, that what it takes to convert the cold audience. Step 4 is angle creation. Now, if you have like figured out step 1, step 2, and step 3, angle creation would be very easy, because you already know about your ICP, you already know about your market sophistication and um, their awareness level, and you already know about their current pains and desires. So if you just put all together, you gonna end up having a strong angle that your current market can easily relate to. And it's nothing random. We are making the angles based on step 1, step 2, and step 3. So it is going to be highly relatable to your market. And there's, if you have done your research right, there's high chance that the market is going to react to these angles, because it's gonna pull out those emotional triggers, and they're gonna act when they see your ads. And if the landing page is aligned with what you are selling with your ads, they're gonna buy from you. Step 5 is concept making. Now, once you figure out everything, concept making is become piece of cake. Like you already know on what message the market reacts best. Example, again, the woman who started losing her hairs after pregnancy, they have more urgent desires, and they have more, comparatively more pain. So you can just pick that particular angle and put that in any concept. Could be podcast style, could be UGC format, could be um, street style interview, it could be anything. Or you can just have doctor spokesperson who talks about this particular angle, and then you put some testimonial in that particular angle, and it is going to be like, um, it is going to kill the cold audience, and you're gonna have insanely high conversion rate, because you are now talking to their pain. You are now um, talking to their current state, and you made them feel heard, that you are actually someone who understand about their pain points, and you are not like hundreds of other brands who are just selling their product without understanding what exactly they need. So concept making, it comes to very last, and I think it's very easy to make, but first you need to figure out all the steps before concept making. So one thing at a time, if you go after like testing multiple variables at a time, and you are a new brand, chances are you are not gonna make it, because you won't know like what is triggering what. Let's say if you are testing one ICP and testing pains and desires of a different ICP, there's a mismatch and you don't know what is triggering what. So it is very important that you go it systematically, and this is how you actually win when it comes to making ads for cold audience, specifically in the saturated niches like skincare and supplements. Now, talking about the case study where we help this brand go from 0 to 200K, I would attach the link of this case study, like over here, where you can see the step by step process, like our thought process behind making those ads, what emotional triggers we have used, how we came up with the hypothesis, and what exact ads we have made for this particular brand. Like everything, it's like very detailed, and if you're in a similar niche, it's gonna help you a lot to come up with new angles. So I'm gonna attach the link of this particular case study below this video so you can have a look. I hope you find some value out of this video. If so, please drop a comment if there's anything you want me to cover in the next video. So till then, see ya.